The Sony ZV-1F 24mm equivalent with active stabilization and catalyst browser is going to crop your video, your photos, and make it narrower than the 20mm. And that is where you want to have a Fotodoiux 40.5mm to 52mm step-up ring. You simply remove the cap, you take the ring, you go a little clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise turn, and the ring is on, like so. Now, I'm not going to turn it anymore because this is now cross-threaded. I didn't cross-thread it on purpose. I want to back out, take the ring off, and I want to correctly go counterclockwise, clockwise, and then slowly turn it on, and I am now properly seated. With aluminum, please don't over crank down. Just crank down enough that it's snug, that it won't slide off when you give it a gentle hold. The Ulanzi WL-1 will make this camera a 15mm equivalence, up to. Nobody knows the exact equivalence because this is for the Sony ZV-1 and other cameras out there on the market that will make it an equivalence of a 20mm. This, if was a ZV-1 that is 24mm, will bring it down to 20mm. And then you have two image stabilizations, active and another one. And you have catalyst browser that you can crop a lot in. And that's where you want to get one of those. For me, I chose the ZV-1F route. It is a less expensive camera, but with all the same exact features in video, what I want. This has digital zoom, while the others have optical zoom. 2.7 versus 4, not much. You want a little bit more than that. Use your feet, walk in. The camera will be in your way when you do videos. Make sure you just position it the way you want and you're able to get your shots. Some people would want a wider angle lens, and that's what we have here. Now let's open this up and show you what you get inside. You get a little card, you get an instruction manual, you get a ring and adhesive. Now this is a 3M adhesive, they say. When you put this ring on to your lens, this ring does not go on to your Sony ZV-1F. It goes on to your Sony ZV-1 only or other cameras. If you want to get a ring like this, a male to female, 52mm, 52mm, then you won't need that ring, and that you could put this to the side. When you properly put this on with cleaning with alcohol, putting it on with over a minute's time, and allowing it to dry overnight, then your macro wide-angle WL-1 lens will not come off. Over time, it may come off for the reason of the weight taking it off. This is not light. It is not super heavy, but it makes the camera heavier. I just want to show you with the angle down on the Sony. This lens is almost the size and depth of the Sony ZV-1. Do you want something that's going to make your camera bigger or make it look like a real camera? Then this may be right for you. Now it is well protected with a back cover that comes off and a lens cap on the front. This opens up and it doesn't have any covers to cover the wide angle or the macro, and it separates. This macro allows you to get about up to 4 inches of a close-up shot. I have my Sony ZV-1F on continuous autofocus, and I will set it to manual focus. So depending on how you have your camera set up, the macro will work just fine. The Sony ZV-1F can do a macro of up to 2 inches, so this is really not needed. Now, it's very simple to put back on. you want to counterclockwise and then clockwise and then twist on. You're going to take off the backing. It's got a little couple of ridges over here so it will grip and you're able to spin this off. Don't lose this. This is all made of aluminum, not plastic, so it's got excellent quality indeed. Don't want to get fingerprints. They give you a micro cleaning cloth so you can clean everything. And again, you're going to go counterclockwise and clockwise. It is very simple to put on. Sometimes you may feel it missing. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that I am seeing it correctly and getting it on correctly. I'm counterclockwise and clockwise. Now I'm going to spin it all the way on. And my camera is loose on the tripod, so let me make sure I don't drop my camera and it's on there 100%. So there is the look of the Ulanzi WL-1 52mm macro wide angle. It has a lens cap. Now what I am going to do is turn my camera on and allow you to look through the back of the camera, and then I'll do a comparison. This is not going to be a 1-minute video for you. Let me move everything for you. This is a sample from the Sony ZV-1F looking through the back of the screen. This is a comparison video. The Sony ZV-1F on my right and the DJI Osmo Action on my left. It gives you an excellent example of the camera both set up. I could back it up just a little bit more. And now we are equal. You want to make sure that the lenses are correct. How much room do I have? I can see that this is my left hand of the screen and my right hand goes all the way out here. On the Osmo Action 3, I cannot tell you for the front screen due to the narrowness of it that doesn't show how wide. We are both with no lenses on, just the step-up ring on, and you can see how it compares to the Osmo Action 3 default wideness. You could just about see the bottom of the box, but you see more of the desk and you have more headroom than the Osmo. So this way I can just angle things down or maybe move my camera back just a little bit more, and it gives you about almost the same view. This is the macro ring, and what we're going to do is put this on to the Sony, and we're going to see what this looks like when I bring it up close. And about 4 inches, right, like so, everything will be in focus. If I bring it up like this, it's going to be out of focus. So first we're going to do with just the Sony as is, and then the WL-1. This is default to the Sony macro 2-inch closeness of the actual Sony ZV-1. Let's allow the camera to focus on. And now we're focused at about 4 inches. Or about 3 inches. And I do apologize if I can't get any words in there. And I'll do slowly to get it in so the camera starts to struggle. We are not focused according to the screen, but right there we are. And I am a finger's length away. This is the macro. We're going to put it on. We're over a foot away as we bring it in. Hopefully the continuous autofocus won't bring it out of focus. We're about 6 inches away. 5. We are in focus. If you look at the leading edges up and down, left and right, the red line over here is going to be distorted. We'll bring it to the words so this way you can see the words starting to distort. We are definitely in focus. And I'm going to bring it about 2 inches. And there you go. We are about 1 inch from the camera, and it's doing just fine. And back off. It is focus hunting just a little bit, and now we're going to be out of focus as we back out. The WL-1 is a good lens. It's an excellent lens, not a poor lens. And let me tell you, it does its job. It all depends on if you're looking to widen up your field of view. This may be something that you're looking for. For me, I don't think I want any additional lens on the camera because it's doing the job for me just fine. I will walk with my feet closer or further if I need to be on a wider angle. So here I am basically putting on my lens cap, and I like my camera the way it is. It does a good job. So if you're looking for a Fotodoiux and a WL-1 lens, then this product may be something that you're looking for to step up your photography, videography. I hope this product is something that you're after. I'm Fish, and I thank you for your time checking out the Sony ZV-1F. It is an excellent camera for beginners for sure. Something that you cannot afford to get those expensive cameras on the market. This camera should do just fine.